small business owners. This is Karen from Zenagos. When one of our clients wants to improve their marketing, we often have them start by making a customer persona, like this one. It's a description of their ideal customer. They often have several potential categories of customer in mind. For example, if they do social media for clients, they might say that one target customer could be a small business owner who doesn't have time to do their own social media, and a totally different customer could be a chief marketing officer who doesn't have a social media specialist on staff and wants to get a vendor to do fractional social media work instead of having to hire a full-time role. Now, these are very different customers, and depending on which one you try to pursue, you might make a different offering, and you might even need a different selling strategy or staffing strategy. So it's important to choose a marketing focus to decide which customer persona you're really going to go after. To help our clients do that, we use this customer persona comparison worksheet. If you're a newsletter subscriber, just click the button to copy this template into your Google account. If you're not, use your phone to click on the QR code at the end of this video and enter your email address to get your free download. Once you have a template, look at the criteria. We have 8 dimensions along which you could evaluate your personas to compare them. Make sure you only change yellow cells or the formulas might stop working and you have to download a new sheet. Now take a look at the weightings. You'll see that we think that these first 4 criteria are twice as important as the rest, and we give them each a weight of 2. The rest of them we give a 1. However, you can change these weightings depending on what you think is most important. So let's go back to that scenario we were discussing earlier where I made videos for clients. I'm going to go ahead and enter the first persona into cell B10. In this case, it's a small business owner. So I'm going to go ahead and enter small business owner into cell B10. First, I consider targetability. Can I easily target this persona for marketing? I'd say yes. I can get a list of small businesses from my local chamber of commerce, or I can check public records for new business filings. So on a scale of 1 to 5, I'd say 5. This is a very targetable group. Now I look at urgency. Does a small business owner urgently need video? I'd say no. Most small businesses can go a long time without great video, so that's probably only a 2. Now what about competition? Do small business owners choose a video vendor without shopping around just based on relationships? I'd say that most small business owners don't bother with an RFP or other comparison shopping, so that's probably a 3 or maybe a 4. So I'd continue like that, rating the persona on each of the criteria. You'll see a total number of points adding up in column L and an average score adding up in column M. Then you do the same thing for your other personas. So let's say I want to evaluate a chief marketing officer as my second persona. I'll go ahead and enter chief marketing officer into cell B11, and then I'm going to go ahead and rate each of these factors the same way that I did for the first persona. When I get to the end of my rating, I can see that they're very similar. I have a slight advantage with chief marketing officer. It is 3 more total points than the small business owner, and it has a higher average score. So I might choose to target the chief marketing officer first, or I might add some others and evaluate them and choose from a greater list. In this case, there's not a huge difference in value, so I could choose which persona to work with based on which one feels more fun to me. Sometimes the difference is very large, making it obvious that you should choose one persona over another. So give this exercise a try. We hope you find it helpful. And if you want to talk to a Zenagos expert about your marketing dilemmas, go to the Zenagos website. It's at www.zenagos.com. And when you get here, click on the green button to schedule your free consultation, and you can choose a time to work with Mavis. She would be happy to talk with you about your business. Hope we'll see you soon.